I'm the one that got them $4 billion, not these kids. I'm the one that got blackballed. I'm the one that can't get a job. I'm the one that...
Maybe you're blackballed because you can't coach. Did you ever think about that? That's the softest baby bull I've ever heard in my life. Stars of the legendary Last Chance U Netflix series are suing Netflix, EMCC, and a few other people for compensation up to $30 million. The world of NIL has changed a lot since, 2016, since this legendary show that came out in one of my summers getting ready for high school football. It was phenomenal, and names like Isaiah Wright and John Franklin and Ronald Ollie immediately jumped off the screen and really gained an attachment, some of these players, for multiple years along. So now in 2025, with new NIL sweeping changes, with Reggie Bush getting his Heisman back, it only seems right that one of the most groundbreaking shows in the world of documentary and sports gets their name. So today we're going to review it. We're going to review the whole NIL lawsuit. We're going to hear first from some of the guys from Last Chance U. We're going to start with Isaiah Wright, legendary running back. If you love the show, then we got Coach JB, and of course we got John Franklin. Let's hop right into it. If you would like these videos, transfer portal stuff, NIL coverage, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Let's hear it from Isaiah Wright, man.
When was the last time before this that you had played football, before that Rome County stuff?
Spring of when I was at when I had left West Georgia. That was the last time.
This is 5 years ago, by the way.
Wise.
How long were you at West Georgia? And
I was at West Georgia for about a spring. I was out there for like spring practice, spring. So I mean, I just my granny had got sick during midterms. So you know what I'm saying, it was either stay or go take care of her because wasn't nobody at the house. So I just up and left during midterms and all. So it was just a quick up and leave.
So back to Harriman?
Yeah, back to Harriman.
So you graduated at EMCC December,
graduated.
January to West Georgia.
Yep.
And what time frame, like what month around? So maybe March then? If it was
About March, yeah.
Okay. Does it feel like, all that Last Chance U, EMCC stuff was forever ago now?
I mean, it's just, I like to still hear the fans, you know what I'm saying, and everything. But also, it's just, to me, it's just another day for me. I just keep going and going. You know what I'm saying? I like the hype. I like the, get picked up and everything. But me, like I said, to be honest, I really didn't want to do this unless I had some of my players with me, to be honest. I'm just trying to be, I'm not trying to be about me. I'm trying to be about the team and about, just helping other people go where they want to go.
Just something you learn maybe from that experience?
It's just something about experience, just maturity, to be honest. Just being more mature about it, being more humble.
And what are your current goals, and hopes of maybe what this can lead to for you?
I mean, it may sound weird, but to be honest, I'm just out here playing. I'm about to say I got a family that's getting ready to come. I'm about to say I got a baby coming in like 3 months. I'm about to say I just got engaged Valentine's Day. So I mean, it's just me. It's just one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? Have God first and let God lead, and then that's just basically it.
What perspective maybe have you gained in the last 6 months since getting out and getting back to life?
Just, you know what I'm saying, just stay, stay me, stay to myself, you know what I'm saying, don't let nobody get me out of my strand, my path, you know what I'm saying, don't let nobody clog up my path. Once my path is clean, you know what I'm saying, like I said, one step at a time, and I'll make it to where I can't dream, you know what I'm saying, the dream is to make it, you know what I'm saying, family big and all that, but if not, I'm just here to take care of the family.
Do you still have
and like I said, he kind of goes deeper, but obviously I want to go to the more, and I want to speak on a few things. Obviously, he said he's coming out of prison. We're not gonna make it about that. We can do a separate video if y'all like, but more specifically talking about the humbleness, the maturity, right? This growth that he experienced from the show to the point that he is right now. And this is 5 years ago, right? And then another 5 years, right? From this point is today, which of course they're following the lawsuit. So I'm really hoping that, things kind of go in the right direction. But this is just a cool stopgap to see where their heads were at. And let's kind of see where John Franklin's head's at. Now, this is more recent. I think this is like 2 or 3 years ago. One of my favorite shows, our Parrot podcast, The Raw Room. He's got a few choice words just on general about the experience of EMCC.
From Florida State to East Mississippi. I'm sure that was
a culture shock, bro.
Yeah, because Mississippi and Tallahassee, Florida,
Tallahassee and Fort Lauderdale was a culture shock.
Right.
They ain't going to Mississippi, bro. Oh my Lord.
Country is here. Country. Where they at? Where the school at?
Bro,
Country
that shit make it look good because it's Netflix, it's cameras, it's lighting, man.
I know
he said lighting, the camera's fire.
I know it ain't a damn thing.
I've never been to jail, but I feel like I know what it feel like, bro. I'ma just put it like that.
I know it ain't nothing out there, bro. I ain't never been, but I've been in plenty places in Mississippi. I know it.
It's crazy what it's like. Bro, like it's crazy because like people that know be like, bro, it's one traffic stop, it's one stoplight throughout the whole thing.
It wasn't bullshit on the sheesh.
That shit, like you in the middle of nowhere. We got a gas station with Subway, and that's
it. That's all you got.
Shit. McDonald's 30 minutes, Walmart 45 minutes, the movies 45 minutes, the mall 45 minutes.
That's some small town.
School end on Thursday. There's only 6 niggas on the team that's allowed from out of state. Everybody else get to go home. We gotta wait till Monday till everybody come back.
Damn, it's six niggas on campus for 4 days.
And if you ain't got no whip,
3 days.
You ain't got no whip, you ain't got no visit.
Yeah, I understand.
Bitch, we in scuba fucking off. Finding out shit to do.
Scuba is
but that shit taught a nigga how to survive, so I'm super thankful for it. I ain't gonna count.
Yeah.
Anybody that go to JUCO got my respect, bro.
I would say that as well. Like going into the JUCO world.
Yeah, and again, I just kind of wanted a taste there because Jason Brown's going to do a lot of yelling there, but we can go deeper into both of those. Again, I want to touch because we still got to get to the lawsuit, but I think it's good to see that both of those people who are now suing Netflix kind of had a good perspective from both of them, right? John Franklin said he got positive things from the JUCO experience, learning how to survive, and of course Isaiah Wright at the time experienced the different things in maturity. Now let's hear the most mature person we know, Coach Jason Brown. Oh, he says he wants $100 million. Okay, interesting.
Last Chance U in Mississippi are suing and Netflix. Obviously, I've had this conversation with many lawyers and attorneys already. I was the first one being hit up about it. And I'm going to be honest, I've been told there's no possible way, blah, blah, blah. Now, if these kids have found a loophole with some sort of attorney or somebody found something out, best believe my name is back in this motherfucker. I will be put back in here. I'm the one that's blackballed, not these kids. I'm the one that got them $4 billion, not these kids. I'm the one that got blackballed. I'm the one that can't get a job. I'm the one that did not get a dime, yet Netflix has made billions of dollars off my name. See?
Okay. Man, hey, man, leave it up to reality coach Jason Brown, whose best achievement is knowing people who coach, whose best achievement is coaching Division I players at JUCO. Leave it up to him to make it all about himself. Oh, these kids want $30 million? Well, I made Netflix $1 billion. No, you didn't, Jason. No, you didn't. That's why you're here on this side podcast getting mediocre views. You're doing a good job. You're a great podcaster. Like I tell you all the time, elite at podcasting. But if you think you're the reason why we go and rewatch the first 2 seasons, which were the actual good seasons of the show, you smoking something else in them cigars, big dog. So the way that you made it about me, but I made Netflix $1 billion. You did not make Netflix $1 billion. I don't think Last Chance U made $1 billion as a totality. We can look at it. Maybe they did. Maybe they made $1 billion as that's including all seasons, the basketball one, the hockey one, the motherfucking flag football one. They don't have a flag football one. But golly, it's so much of a. He says, "Oh, I'm blackballed." Maybe you're blackballed because you can't coach. Did you ever think about that? Golly, that's the softest baby bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Coach Jason Brown, Mr. I want to get up in people's faces and fight people. I'm blackballed. I can't. Oh my God, no, you're not coaching because you can't coach. People don't like you. That's why you're doing this bullshit podcast with a random nigga in a closet. Golly, continue.
In fairness to the kids, they're the product on the football field. They went through the grind that
Wow. End it. There it is. Don't even, boom. He did it, guys. He figured it out. He figured out what everyone else that has been watching football figured out. That the motherfuckers playing this sport and mashing their heads together might be the ones that deserve some compensation. Thanks, Coach Jason Brown. Now, if you would have used all your fucking notoriety that you gained from your bullshit fucking performance of achieving not shit on that reality TV show to get maybe a GA job or an assistant job, maybe you wouldn't be fucking pouting when motherfuckers are trying to get their money back.
As coaches, but they didn't make Netflix billions of dollars. They didn't get blackballed. They're still playing. They're still coaching, many of them. A lot of them are doing things. Some are in the NFL making money. Best believe, I'm letting you know on this show right now. Oh, I'm best believe I'm in this motherfucker. If this thing is real, I'm going back in it. The year doesn't matter, Joe Accord. The NIL year doesn't matter. So there's a 7-year threshold, which would put this back to 18. I'm clearly in that 7-year threshold. These kids would supersede the threshold by being in 2016, 15, 16, but it has nothing to do with the other. The year and the NIL have nothing to do with it. Joe, I don't know if you understand the dynamic, but there's North Carolina State from the 80s have sued over NIL. There is no year cap on NIL and coming back for retribution. The bottom line is if they use your name, image, and likeness at any point, fucking Jim Thorpe was alive, he could sue. If they use your name, image, and likeness at any point and made money off your name, you can come back now and get some. So my good friend growing up, Ed O'Bannon.
Yeah, but how does that apply to you, Jay? Like, I don't, you got some other shit. Because I'm not sure if, does he know that he's not a football player? Do you know that you weren't an amateur? You didn't get your money paid and someone didn't pay your money. It's because you're bad at business and you're bad at getting your money. As a grown man saying that you went into a contractual obligation with Netflix and did all this and made billions of dollars. Where's the stats at, Jason? Where they at? Lawyer said, hey, you don't have shit. Yeah, because you don't have shit. You were probably in breach of a contract that you signed. If you read the contract that you signed, because you're not an amateur, I'm sure in the contract it detailed why you're broke and black belt right now. But this whole I'ma blame everybody else because people don't like me and I've got a mediocre podcast in which I make money of shitting on 18 to 22-year-olds. I don't even know why I entertain this bullshit. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I wanted to have a conversation, and I was hoping that somebody who had experience with these phenomenal young men, or non-phenomenal, whatever, they've got things going on, would be able to advocate for his ability or their ability to fight for their retribution. They did make millions of dollars off you, Jason Brown, and they made even more millions off of Tim Bonner, John Franklin III, DeAndre Johnson, Ronald Ali, Kerry Sidney Reeves II, and Isaiah Wright. We heard Isaiah Wright. We heard John Franklin II. Here's a small little breakdown, and we're going to go deeper into it as well. So, because we got all the different stuff. We have the plaintiffs and everything. So as it is read, 6 former Mississippi Junior College football players alleged that they were portrayed in a false light and received no compensation for appearing in a Netflix docuseries Last Chance U, according to a lawsuit against Netflix and others obtained by Front Office Sports. The players are seeking $30 million in damages. In the lawsuit filed the month in Los Angeles, in the complaint, 6 alleged they were portrayed in a misleading, offensive, or highly objectable manner. Over the first 2 seasons of Last Chance U, received no money despite the series' success. The National Junior College Association, East Mississippi Community College, Condé Nast, which was amongst the production companies involved in the series, and the series director and executive producer were also listed as defendants. Make no mistake, each of the defendants have been unjustly enriched by intruding upon the private lives of the plaintiffs and taking unfair advantage of them through defendants' superior bargaining power, manipulating many of the plaintiffs' characters along with other means for their own financial gain while sacrificing any decent reputation plaintiffs had. had. The player's attorney, John Pierce, wrote in the lawsuit, John Franklin III, Ron Ali, like the people I just said, what's that called? The plaintiff in the suits played at Mississippi Community College during the 2015-2016 season, which were profited in the first 2 seasons of last year. The football version of the noun ran a total of 5 seasons. So not only, I'm sorry, because I didn't know this was going to be a double dunk on Jason Brown. Not only did he just not read the fucking lawsuit, because if you read it, they're talking about damages and being painted in the wrong light. Now, if you're arguing that they painted you in the wrong light, that's a different conversation. But that has nothing to do specifically with NIL. But they're also suing for unpaid wages. It's a 2 thing. There's 2 of them. So you can sit here and boo-hoo all you want, Jason Brown, about not getting paid, but it seems like you're just bad at negotiating contracts. Now, if you want to argue that they painted you as a bigger asshole, your podcast for the last few years is gonna be hard to refute that. You're playing the character pretty well. But yeah, those are 2 different things. Maybe you should read instead of crying and trying to associate blame with everything else except yourself, and you're just being terrible at your job. Because hey, it's some people are bad at their job. It's okay. That's all right. Continue to read. The players are seeking $30 million in lawsuit filed in Los Angeles. Make no mistake. I think I've already read all this. Okay, so Netflix did decline to comment. According to the lawsuit, players were continually pestered and faced with repeated demands to sign contracts without knowing where the show would be shopped around or marketed for commercial value. Plaintiffs were misled and unaware of the potential commercial value the footage had, the lawsuit stated. However, defendants were aware of the high probability that the documentary would turn into a highly profitable production. The National Junior College Athletic Association skyrocketed in popularity and saw increased revenue as a result of Last Chance U, East Mississippi State College. Generated wealth revenue by selling player merchandise, and Condé Nast received a large amount of money from Netflix in exchange for the right to publish Last Chance U. Plaintiffs received no compensation from Netflix, Condé Nast, or any other party of their significant contribution for the Last Chance U. The lawsuit states NGCAA, EMCC, and Condé did not provide comment before publication. Attorney Jason Moore was the first to report on X as the lawsuit had been filed. Ali alleged his portrayal in the show led the Ravens to not sign him and led the Raiders to release him during the preseason 2019. Now that's going to be that'll take a lot to prove. We're talking about 2018, 2019, but I'm not sure how he's going to prove that. The image that Ronald Ali being lazy, unmotivated, and lacking work ethic is a false narrative, the lawsuit alleged. However, Last Chance U portrayed him in a false light, which destroyed his career opportunities for Ronald Ali. I would have to argue against that because if you remember, right after Ronald Ali, had his appearance, he made it to Nicholls State, right? He made it to, a smaller D1 school, but still got an opportunity. So to me, it's going to be hard to prove that you going from a junior college to then a D1 school, then to playing in NFL and then being cut. I get that. Is the cut being the blame of the Last Chance U instead of the ascension being the blame of Last Chance U? I think it's going to be a hard thing to try to sell. So, hey, maybe this doesn't go anywhere. Maybe Jason Brown knows what he's talking about. Maybe it doesn't go anywhere. But let's see him yap. I yelled at him for a little bit. Maybe he'll make some poignant points because Jason Brown, sometimes he makes sense. I mean, look, let's see what he has to say.
High school teammate, obviously, is the reason why this all started. And this is the thing that kicked it off over the NCAA college basketball game. So, Lindell White and guys are suing over NIL. There's no year cap, Joe Accord, just FYI. So, I'm definitely we all signed a document, Joe. We all signed a document. And it's called a media release. That's all I will say at this point because I don't know what's going to happen. But listen, the media release basically said, we're going to use your face. But here's the issue I have. You never offered me an attorney. You never offered me an entertainment protection. You never offered me an opportunity. It's kind of like a cornhole. Shut the fuck up. Who do you know that I know? How the fuck do you know who I know? Ed was a senior when I was a freshman. Shut the fuck up. Charles was a sophomore when I was a freshman. Shut the fuck up. I grew up with both of them. Okay,
he's just cussing at his That is chat now. So I'm not gonna let y'all watch the rest of that. But again, he's just doing more of the same, blaming, talking about confirm what I said. You signed a document, and then now you're saying, well, you didn't offer me an attorney. I mean, you're not being arrested, dumb fuck. You're signing a media release. You could have denied it. You could have not done it, couldn't you have? And you could have got your money paid. Sorry that you're broke and you're sitting in the closet with what I would say is a pretty successful pocket. Let's not. I don't want to downplay it. Shout out to Coach Jason Brown. I'm fair. He does a good job. He's a good podcaster. He clearly does it. The cussing at people is phenomenal. I just thought he would have a little more positive insight about it. But shout out to all the guys at Last Chance U. I'm really hoping, like I said, I think they're legends in football. I think you can be a legend for different reasons in football and allowing us to see inside your lives and providing entertainment in, like I said, those beautiful high school moments, high school summers. Right, it means a lot to me. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching these videos. If y'all want any more Last Chance U stuff, if y'all want any more NIL coverage, transport stuff, you know it's always gonna be here. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you enjoy it, hit that bell icon, and we'll see you next time, man. You be great.